Professor and Principal at School of Architecture, LNCT University Bhopal. Today I am here to introduce architecture to the students of class 12th. I hope you have completed your 12th class examinations and maybe some of the papers are left for some of them. But you must be in the process of thinking about your future and the education to be pursued after the 12th class examinations. In this lockdown period, you must be more stressed about choosing your career and also which branch you should go on for. So let me introduce to architecture. Architecture is basically called as the mother of art, and this art includes science also. So it is a part art and a part science. As said by the great architect of Roman Empire, Marcus Vitruvius, architecture provides firmness, commodity and delight. So the architect is responsible for bringing the joy, happiness, environment, climate, sunlight and whatever is necessary for a building into the components of the living spaces or the non-living spaces with the satisfaction of the owner. Architect involves each and every aspects in the building, right from designing the small spaces like toilets, kitchens, living areas to the big spaces, maybe the airports or many other urban planning issues or the neighborhood planning spaces which are being perfectly used by the architects for the best utilization of the space and with the least harm to the environment. After this lockdown, eventually you will be more focused upon how to save the environment, and this is the basic job of the architecture, to bring the buildings in accordance with the environment so that the best use can be taken off. The architects design the buildings and we use the technologies nowadays for the sound, for climate, for electricity, for sustainable use of the materials and so on. We use the calculations for the best optimum use of the space, of the lighting, of the energy consumption, etc. So architects design all the buildings right from the house, residential buildings to the universities, colleges, etc. Architecture, if I go on asking this question, is a very philosophical question which requires a very detailed answer. But in short, I can say that it is the mother of art and the art of science also. So it is a combination of part art and part science. Being an art, it takes the society into account, their needs, their imaginations, the environments, and brings into reality each and every imagination of the user into reality, and that also into a very unique way. You will find each and every house having a different unique identity of itself. So this is the work of architecture, in which it designs right from the toilet, kitchen to the seven wonders of the world. So there is no limit for the architects to work upon, to design upon and to imagine upon. And it is the process in which the imagination which owner is having for his own home or his own building comes into the reality with the help of the architects. So architecture starts from your right from your home. Like if you, in this lockdown period, if you are working with your mothers or sisters, or if the girls are working along with their mothers or sisters, you can just try to understand architecture from your point of view. I will be giving a small presentation after this interview, in which you can go through the small spaces of your home, that is your own kitchen, your own living space, the sofas which you use for watching the TV, the dining area which you use for your lunch and dinner, and the kitchen which you use for your daily cooking activities. I have given these examples and the examples of some famous buildings which are being designed by the famous architects. So you will have a combination of views about the famous buildings, how they are famous, why they are famous, as well as what are the things which are very small but an architectural lesson in your home itself. So if you look this presentation, you will come to know how many marks you get from the each slide, and if you are comfortable with getting good marks by the judgment of the spaces of your own or that shown in the picture, I think you are very much compatible for the architectural course. And one thing which I would like to say, that architectural education doesn't require very nice sketching. It only requires your imagination and creativity, which is utmost important. And this imagination and creativity can lead you to one of the famous architects of the world, architecture. For the course part, yes, I would like to say that it is a 5 years course. It requires PCM in your 12th standard, and you can have also admission to the Polytechnic if I have done the diploma in any of the branches. So this way you can have this course, in which the 5-year course having almost 200 subjects of different areas are being taught as per the norms laid by the Council of Architecture. The Council of Architecture will be providing you with the license on the day of your degree, and you can start your own firm from the day one of your degree. So architecture is a noble profession which is recognized as a unique profession in all over the world. So this way, from the day one you are the employer and you can give employment to others. So this way you can choose architecture for bringing out the built realization of your imagination and of the imagination belonging to others on the ground reality. It has many other all areas in which the construction technology, project management, landscaping, environment, sustainable development can be taken on in the further as your future education. And there are many other areas, like if you are worried about your placements. So I would like to assure you that architects don't require placements, because architects are the employers. Still, the placements are very good, and you can really go into this stream by having your creative imaginations being coming on the world, which will stay for so many years even if you are not in the world. But your design buildings and your constructed buildings will be on the earth for many years, remembering you. Watch the presentation along with this introduction and judge yourself, see whether you fit into the architecture or not. Stay safe, stay at home, stay healthy, and one more thing, I'm saying stay home. This is the only antivirus being created by the architects in the world which you are using in this lockdown period. Thank you.